Alright, this is going to be like a little twofer video. I found a fix for the CX500. It was that little hole. Here's the video. Okay, so I was desperate and I just bought a new accelerator pump diaphragm. I guess I could replace it. It's a little... It's got a little bit of rust on it, apart from the shit sitting in the tank. It doesn't look bad at all. I'm going to actually compare the I don't know, man. Compare. Okay, so that's fixed. Runs great now. It does need to warm up. That totally makes sense because it's got the air box on it, and I bet you that's how all CX500s are until they warm up. You know, you can't rip on it right away until gas can flow. Next problem, the gold wing. So I put the wonderful Vetter fairing on there, and I used a... Oh my god, I gotta turn the fan off. It's so loud. I love the fan. It's hot. It's hot out here. I love the fairing. It's great. I bought, I'm gonna take that off, this bracket, which is a gl1000, and you know, I assumed that the frames are the same. This one might be a little bent, and maybe that's why it's not working right, you know, from years and years of being on there, because these right here are like, it's back, and I can put clamps on it, and it can pull the fairing like up like slightly. That's not my main problem. This is the shitty bracket that came with it, and part of it's broken, and that doesn't fit on this bike. There's 11 inches between here. I have 13 inches between the frame rails. This is the right bracket for it. And the problem I'm having is right here, and when I had it clamped up, it would hit even sooner, which means, so my steering radius went from like here, which is maybe, I don't know how many degrees that is, but this is not quite a complete turn. I don't know where my stopper is. I can't, like, unless I really move this around. By the way, my canceling thing, this right here is the self-canceling. I had it right there and it was perfect, and then it crunched it, and I was like, why is my right signal not flashing? Because this thing right here was fucked, and it was bad. But this sucks. If you can't turn your wheel, or if you can't turn your front wheel far enough, when you're beginning to make a turn and begin an acceleration, you can't overcompensate enough. Like, here's my thing. I'm on the bike, right? So I'm on this big old bitch, and I remember I told you, I said I was confused when I got on this thing, and I was like, oh no, shit, and I like leaned too far. It's because when I'm riding, I really dip into it, and you just go super steer hard really far, and that somehow the angle of what's going on here is they had this thing designed perfectly so that when you take it all the way, you can overcorrect and compensate and you won't fall over. It's like braking at the same time that you're turning, and I'm not braking, I just can't turn enough to go and get it going. So there's a problem. This is, I don't quite think that's far enough. I think I could turn a little bit further maybe. It got bad anyway. That almost killed me. So I want to like take that and just chop it out. I think that's my best course of action. The only other thing I can think of doing is getting up. Well, you can see it's welded on right there. You need that. You can't just clamp this shit on and not have this thing going across. If I can cut that out, that might be okay. I'm going to take this off. It's awesome. We're going to see how easy it is to disconnect your Vetter fairing. Just pull out the plug. That's it. I was careful to make sure that even my oh shit lights were only connected right through the harness for the Vetter. And I got 4 bolts. I'm going to take it off and we're going to see how much that turning radius is without the bracket on there. So moving on to that. Give me a minute. Thought my camera fucked up, but alright. I had a genius idea. I got the fairing off. Super easy. Loosened them up. Lifted it right off. Like I said, you know, just one plug. This right here is it's kind of a nice shroud. It protects and covers and keeps, you know, dirt off of it. I'm gonna undo those little bolt skis right there. They've probably never been undone. I did not have to take that much of this bike apart when I got it because it was so fucking great. I might have to do it later because I think that my steering, it feels good. I don't know. I got a clunking sound. That's another thing I'm investigating. Not right now, but later. Maybe during the winter I'll take it apart again. I'm going to take that off and I'm going to see how far it is. It goes till it goes like that. And I want to see how close it is to the bumper. So, get into that. Where's the spider? Where's the spider? I'm like looking. Whoa, that's what it looks like. Oh my god. That's like a fucking gaping vagina. And this is not anything like the CX is like a little nub that bumps into something else. This is holy shit. Wow, alright, so it goes. I wonder how much further I need to. Alright, I need to figure out where I can measure to see. I'm gonna take off the bracket. I see I got like a pinky right here. How close is it over there? Ooh, crunch. A little less than a pinky over there, so it gets better over there. But I need to get to complete stoppage. I'm getting into it. So as I'm looking into this, I discover right about where it is, I get about, I mean it's hard to show it on camera, but I had 1.3, or rather like 13 millimeters. You know, 1 centimeter and, you know, 3 millimeters. And I don't know if that's 13, you know, 13 millimeters this way that I can move it, but it looks like I have about that much room, and this right here would totally, right there, that definitely looks like at least 13 or 15 millimeters that way. So I could definitely get this goddamn bracket the fuck out of the way if I just cut it and moved it back. I love this bike. I love this bike. Dick would be happy to know that I named the bike after him. Alright, moving on. Give me a minute, I'm going to chop it apart. I hope that everybody realizes that I'm definitely wearing safety glasses and putting in some earplugs. I'm gonna chop this shit off, and I don't know if it'll be good or not.
I turned it off. Oh no. What? Uh-oh. It might have died. Oh no. Oh. I think this means that you're fucking... Oh, it's smoking! Look at that! Oh, it's smoking shit! It's so hot! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's watch it blow up. Look at the smoke coming off. Holy shit! It's so hot! Oh, whoa! 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 Oh! Blow up! Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh, look at that! Oh! Oh, it blown. And it blew. Ah, it blew the circuit. Ah, it stinks so bad. Oh no. You know how Harbor Freight tools tend to go whenever. Just decided to blow. Oh my god. My neighbor? Holy shit, look. He's like, what the fuck's going on? There's a cloud of smoke just pluming out. I got the fan going. Whew. Oh my god. Turn that up a little higher. What? I should probably unplug it. Holy shit. Whoa. Still smoke coming out. Look at that. Smoke coming out of there. Oh, it's fucked. Damn it. Oh. Why?
United Teachers.
Why? Yeah, there.
This is crazy. I'm gonna try to bash it apart. Oh my god. Oh. It's toasted. Toasted.
On the back end, as we know,
Alright, I think I've had this thing for about 2 years. Look at that smoke coming off of there. Look at that. That's pretty hot. Yep. Oh, damn. I'm impressed. Yeah, that long. Oh my god, it's gonna burn my fucking fingers. Oh my god. It's really hot. Like, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, that could have been a fire. Holy shit, I should have unplugged it. Holy shit. Oh my god, I should have unplugged it. It's hot. Okay. Yeah, alright. I went to Harbor Freight and I submitted something to complain about the compression tester that I had. And then I said, oh, it only reads like half PSI. It's fucked up. It's a designer flaw. So they gave me like $10, even though I paid like 30 for it. But they appeased me, and I'll just buy a new grinder for it. Thanks. Stinks in here. I'm gonna try the rotary tool to get the last bit a little bit off. We'll see what happens. Damn. It's hard to grind right there with just a fucking rotary tool. So I'm gonna try to broke it. Oh my god, I'll only say, this is a struggle. This not gonna happen unless you mash the Safety glasses bullshit. Fuck this. Oh my god, it was such a struggle. Killed my grinder. Broke off the rotary wheel. Used all the fucking grindings, but I managed to bust them apart. And I bent that one a little bit, but it's okay. This, you know, everything always has to get worse before it gets better. But I'm putting them back on and gonna strap these two parts on, and then while it's attached to the bike, I'll get it positioned where I want it. I was also thinking about where this was. It kind of needed to have the fairing back more, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to change that aspect of it. I just want the goddamn thing to fit right, or to fit and be able to turn all the way. There's also a gap in here that I don't like. I'll see if I can find like a gasket to put in there the next time I'm putting it together. Because these right here aren't, I mean, this bracket fit perfectly on it without it, but it had this on there when I got it, and I'm thinking maybe that guy knew something that I didn't. Oh, and like this one right here I totally just put on wrong, so fuck, it's supposed to go over on that side of it. But we'll see how that goes. I gotta lift it up onto it and try to attach it again. See ya. So I bought new grinders or whatever, and I chopped off the, where the hell did they go? The little bits on there. No, I got this fucker to fit in here like this kind of nicely so that it doesn't mess with my automatic canceling. That's a magnet. I got some magnets right there and some magnets right there. Fits right up to the radiator, and I sanded a little bit right there, so I'm gonna weld the piss out of this. I mean, I'm just gonna tack it in while it's on the bike, and then I'll weld the fucking shit out of it, take it off, and paint it again. One more time I'll take it off, but now you can see the complete boop right there that it turns and it goes. Now that doesn't complete because I put this on there, that valve. I forgot that it just stops a little bit shy of hitting the tank. So I'm not too worried about it getting wicked fucked up or anything, but time to bust out the welder and get going. Okie doke. So you always know you do good work when you make shitty looking little tack welds and it still holds together and it's not going anywhere. So with this the way it was, I turned this, so I should be able to put a belt strap around that and fucking rank it up in there, and maybe I'll just put like a little rubber like bumper there just to stop it from pinching anything, because my speedo cable just happens to go through there. But I'm gonna weld the fuck out of this thing and you know, just paint it. I don't really care how messy looking it is. You don't really see it anyway. I just wish I didn't bend the fuck out of that so much too. I gotta look for some gasket to put between there. So yeah, we're moving along. I made those marks, those white marker marks, because that was, I think, where I saw it was hitting. Yeah, because it was all the way up there, and I moved it back like an inch and a half. Yeah, there's really nothing else to be said. Got everything else buttoned back up together. Moving on. Just, you know, 4th of July, doing manly shit, like welding. I think it's a little pinched. Still pretty hot. I'll weld it up like crazy. You're not gonna see that. I know, I'm like ashamed of myself for making such crappy looking welds, but I really don't care. I'm just glad that this thing is definitely gonna fit now. I feel bad also that it was a perfect bracket, but better than working with a super rusty one, I suppose. Moving on, I'm gonna clean off, paint it, get this shit on, and ride. Just a quick showing off. So you can see what it looks like when you get a bracket on there. It's like super close to those, but you know, that does not matter, because that will make a complete full turn. That sounds amazing. Put my stay back on, or my cover. Oh, I gotta tighten that up. And yeah, this angle right here I can't do much about. I guess if I had put in a clamp here, then it would have helped. I'm going to clamp. I'll try to put a clamp right here to help, and maybe another one right between here. That's how I had it, and that's how it felt really stable. Because you see that moves a little bit. And I might try to stick some bumpers in there. We're gonna see what I can find to do that. But I just put a shitty ass wrinkle coat on it. It'll be fine. Now I got this funky bracket. I have no idea where the hell they got this from, but I'm just happy to have it. You gotta line up the bolts. I think it helps to distribute, you know, the pressure on it. But I got these two little pieces of rubber. You know, I'm really weird with saving chunks of stuff and pieces because I work on so many bikes, and I swear to God, call me a pack rat, call me a fool, but I save these things and they come in handy. Okay, now I'm gonna take this double-sided tape that I got here and boop. Now that's gonna fill up the gap between there and there, because this bracket did a good thing and a bad thing. It made a gap in there, but it did a good thing because it distributed the weight. And I got my band clamps on there. This one looks wonky, but I don't give a fuck. Band clamp, 6 fucking band clamps. This bitch is not going anywhere. Yes, success. Alright. Lifting it back on. Give me a second. Almost forgot to tighten on the side covers. Because this is a thing that I fabricated by hand. It's a piece of dye bond. And it goes onto the old fairing bracket stay. I don't know how many of these I'm going to lose. Oh my god. This isn't going to work. Only on my hip. This look all shitty. Okay. Alright. This one. Wow. It's gonna take some finagling. Oh my god. Moving on. Alright, so I just got a new error on this camera. I was like, oh, no SD. It just turned down too fast. Don't want to forget to plug this in. Oh. I used to plug it in, and what happened is at the bottom fucking clip wouldn't get in there. There we go. That's it. This thing right here. Amazing that, you know, plastic or rubber from the 70s still fucking works. That's good enough. They don't even make shit like that anymore these days. They make it out of some other shitty ass polymer. Fucking pisses me off. I don't know the key, but it's good. I don't think it's going anywhere. We're gonna go for a test ride. See what happens. Alright, we're going for a test ride. And we're gonna see if the damn fairing fucking falls off. success. And it only took like 12 hours of dicking around. This bike is awesome. I love this bike. I can't complain at all because it's basically stock and fucking snappy. I can almost flick it. And now it doesn't want to fucking fall over. Take this shit off. Oh, no, it's recording. Oh, oh, oh. Dude, it's like over 80 degrees outside. It's too hot for me. I am cold-blooded. So, if you put a fairing on your goddamn bike and you can't go all the way, you might have a problem. That right there was super critical. I thought it didn't matter and, you know, I'd be okay. I've had other bikes before that it wouldn't turn all the way, but this one right here doesn't turn very far. I can't do the handlebars as much, but the rake on this and the weight of this was so critical. I was very concerned that I was going to dump it on a slow turn, and those are still tight, and so we're good. Lights are on, they're not falling off. Alright, we're moving on, and I'm going to motorcycle safety school tomorrow to apply to be an instructor. I can take this. I can say, hey, look what I can do. Talk to you later.